Hey, so these are some amazing exercises for all lower backs, but specifically these are Tali's exercises who have, she's got a bit of pathology going on and a little bit of spina bifida. And so for Tali, I'm directing this for you, Tali, and this is your first video, but other people, feel free to use this for lower back, upper back, lengthening and strengthening. Okay, so let's get started. It's not going to be complicated. And I'll talk you through it. So with any spinal issues, we need length, we need supported, we need to take away compression, and we need also to strengthen our lower abs and our butts to take away the work from our back. So let's get busy doing that. And anything that aggravates a sharp pain, pull out of it until you're stronger. So I'll give as many options as I can. So even sitting up tall to start with. So if you've got a little bit of pain, we just start by thinking about what we're trying to achieve, and that is to lengthen. So let's take both our arms up and lengthen. Now you always want your thumbs out the back. Now this can feel just a little bit tough to start with, so just wriggle around. Don't do anything too huge to start with. So just wriggle around, keep reaching like you're trying to reach and pull yourself up. So you want to take the arms over to the right, just as much as your body allows, back into center, and over to the left, and back into center. Remember, this is to lengthen and take away compression. Also remember that without hydration, you will have less space between vertebrae and discs. So drink half your body weight. So I'm 60, so I have to have 3 litres, but I will drink 4 litres because I also have back pathology and a false hip. So it's important. So now we're going to just come down and wake up those nice hips and lower back. So cautiously come down, lower down to the floor, and this is where we completely release our glutes, and just bring your head down and start to roll hip to hip, and roll as you feel, and try and get this a little bit more as you're feeling it free up. See the pain, see the tightness, but don't live it. So just trying to remove it is the mindset. So creating mobility and strength. Once you've done that, I want you to come back in the center as we still have to strengthen lower back. So here we squeeze the lower glutes, the glutes are on. We take our arms down and tense up the quads, point your toes. So you want every muscle on, especially your glutes. Then you rotate the thumbs out, keep your head in line with spine. Don't go for height, go for length. Hold 2, 3, and come back down. Exhale, come back up, and hold 2, 3, and come back down. And again, exhale, come back up. You may only be able to do 3, stop if that's your number today. Come back down. And 5, my buttocks are really tight, so my lower back is only doing a little work, and come back. So this is good work, not bad work. Go for length and come back down. So go for 1 more and exhale. Now if you find that I haven't given you enough numbers, just repeat the whole lot again. Round 1, round 2. Breath in, hands come back under. Tuck your toes. Now before you come up, you don't want your back to lift you. So pull the belly off the floor, zip up imaginary tight jeans, and press up in arms. Now we're going to come into rolling cat and camel to create that segmentation of your spine. So first of all, roll over, come back down, and ease back. Now if that's feeling good, go a little further, give yourself more room. Breath in, think of it as your runway, and then sag into your lower back. You may feel something, just work with it. Breath in, and each one finding your flow. Drop the head when you come up. Sag into your lower back when you come back. Every movement has those imaginary jeans on. Breath in, exhale, come back up. Listen to your body, acknowledge it, but don't stop when you feel the slightest discomfort, because we're working through it to create a better one. So I'm just going to do 2 more. You can't get enough of these. Breath in, lift up, and exhale back. Same time we're doing triceps. So we come forward and we sag back. Now we're going to come into our child pose. Please open the knees. Breath in, maintain the hands in front. Pull back in the belly, but when you pull back, lift up in the tummy, so you round out your QLs. You want them to stretch, not to do the work. So you'll notice I don't have my body on my legs. Drop the head, nothing in the head, but pulling up in your belly. Remember, nice abs, lower abs and glutes will protect your back. Then we just slowly go over to the right and we sneak the left arm out. Notice we don't have the elbows on, creating the length right down the left side. You may have more pain on the left, it's normally your weakest. Right tight, left loose. And back into center. Every time you move, draw on the belly to move so that these guys don't do the work. They will do the work if you don't have your abs on. Tuck in, exhale, over to the left. Reach the right one out. Really enjoy this. Reach like you're trying to touch a switch and hold. Come back into center. And last one, breath and pull up in your belly. Remember, every movement starts there. Breath in, roll up and segment your spine. Go back up, reach for the ceiling again, lengthen, and exhale over to the right, and back into center. Over to the left, and back into center. Now I'm going to come and use the wall now. So again, movement patterns. Draw into your belly, tuck your toes, exhale, come up onto your feet. Find the wall, and we're going to do some lat stretching here. The head must be on the wall so that your spine is in line. So centering is important. Just have enough room from your feet from the wall for your bottom size. So if you're a bit bigger, you need to come out a bit more. If you've got a skinny bum or no bum, go in closer. So that's the rule of thumb of how far. Then we need to get the shoulders back onto the wall. Chin as if it's on a shelf. Imaginary jeans on. Breath in and exhale, come back up. Lengthen out. Reach up that wall. Now to start with, a lot of back problems, especially thoracic, can't get up here. So work with it like a hinge on a door. So you may only get to here. Be patient. Come back down. Breath in. Always exhale into exertion. Some people find this easy, but most with back problems find it really difficult. Maintain shoulders on, hold, and then keeping it on the wall. Go to the right, just a little, listen to your body. Count to 3, come back into center. Go to the left, and back into center. Give yourself a break. I'm going to do 2 more. Shoulders back on, open out your pecs. Again, thoracic pain can be from weak rhomboids, tight pecs. Breath in, lift back up. Hold, over to the right, just a little, back into center. Again, listen to your body. If you find the right side way tighter, do 2 on the right, 1 on the left. So what I mean by that is we just go over twice to one side, but everybody is different. Listen to your body and back over. Come back into center. Ease back down. Now because you're already on the wall, shoulders back, because our spine goes right up into our neck. So we need our neck strong too. Move your feet out, put your bottom on, zip up your tight jeans, breath in. And all we're gonna do now is from the bottom, come off the wall, don't throw the hips forward, then lift the shoulders off. And guess what? All of those back neck muscles are doing the work. You want 3 minutes, however you may not be able to do that. So just do 1 minute at a time and exhale. So these muscles don't change unless you do 3 minutes. We're not going to stay 3 minutes in this video. However, we'll stay at least a minute. If you start to burn, put your bottom back on, take a break, zip the tummy and come back off again. Okay. Everyone with forehead posture needs to do this daily. All hairdressers, all beauty therapists. Everyone with neck headaches, this is a corrective exercise. It's not given up by many. And come back in. Okay, I'm just going to do 1 more. So that's what I mean by just do 3, lift back up, shoulders back, hold. Always make sure your feet are straight. They're the pillars under your hips, never together. That puts another stress on you if your feet are together. And come back down and hold, shoulders back. Always come back into the wall so that you don't hurt yourself. You can come away from the wall and feel a little bit giddy because you've got a lot of oxygen. You're no longer compressing the major artery. So now we're going to turn around, because part of the structure that we need to be doing here is abs and butt. So initially, test yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. So start on the wall, put the balls of your feet on, push into the wall, bend the legs, pull into your belly, breath in and push into the wall as you come down, and exhale, come back. So this is going to make you use your abdominals, your TVA a lot better. Exhale, come back, use the exhale. Get a little closer if you're feeling it's a little bit tough. Breath in, roll down. If you can put down the lower back, great. Push into the wall, exhale, come back. You'll notice I keep nice and round until I sit tall. Breath in, come down. Exhale and come back. Pinch your shoulders together at the top. Breath in, come down. So I'm segmenting spine. I'm rolling down, supporting TVA. You work in your range that you can to get stronger. When you get stronger, you can then come back onto the mat. Put your hands under your legs, hold, and just come into that boat pose or C curve. Chin is down, it's controlled. It is not a get to a move, it's a flow in. It's a breath out. It's a flow in and it's a breath out. And again, flow in and breath out. One more time, breath in and come down. Hold. Now float all the way back down to the floor. We're going to come into bridge and then we're going to release the back again. And that's all we're going to do in this particular video. So again, zip up the tummy and then bring down your rib cage. So look at the two. They come down, which then puts the lower back onto the floor. You are now in a safe place to use the butt, not the back. So breath in, push out of your heels, gather up your butt cheeks, squeeze tight. Before you go anywhere, it's too late when you start to move. Breath in, gather up the butt cheeks, come up your spine. So we articulate and hold. Then, because we want length in the spine, arms over, and just tap the knees together. So tap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dive into your belly, roll down, leave the arms here. Again, butt cheeks on, zip the tummy before you come up. You can stop and work up to this full range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dive in your belly. Remember, the butt has to be turning on or the back will do the work. Breath in, tuck in and roll back up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dive in, roll back down. And we're going to do one more. Breath in. This is the beginner's video. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dive in. So I'm not going to take one leg away in this particular one. Hold. And then I want you just to roll over onto your right hip. Just leave your arm here and clams, which is so good for us. You may find with back issues you can only go here. So give yourself a little bit of help working up to that full range. So you want to do about 10 or 12 on each side. So we just push it up. Okay. Now the next one doesn't feel much, but it's really good for discs, which are maybe slightly out of place. And we squeeze the knees together and we just flick the foot out, but we're squeezing the knee together. You won't feel much. You will start to feel a little bit of glute work, but you'll think this is silly, but just do it. It's one of those ones that is easy to do. Flick it out, flick it out. Nice. Now we're going to come up and we're just going to come into only 3 mermaids. You may find this hard. Just try it. So we just rotate that hip. The left one is coming up and down, just tiny, and hold. Now if that is all that you feel comfortable doing, stay there. Otherwise, right hand down, bend the elbow, just a little lean over. Come back down. Arm goes up, a little lean over. Come back down, and a little lean over. Good. Notice that when I come over, I bend the elbow, I don't lean on the arm. So I'm lengthening out the QLs, and I'm also strengthening and lengthening the rest of the back. At the same time, I've got my zip on my tummy, so my TVA is supporting me. So the range is up to you, wherever you're at. So all we're going to do now is just flick ourselves over to the other side. I'm going to come onto the left hip, into our clams. Transitions, do slowly, please. Breath in and exhale, just lift and lift and lift. Remember the range, you can help yourself. Just be aware of your body, not the workout. Beautiful. Keep the feet together. Couple more. Can't get enough of clams. Come back down and kick that foot out. Keeping the knees together. This is really good for vertebrae and discs, and just rearranging the dearrangement. Plus a little bit of glute medius and minimus. And it's something you can do just easy lying on the floor, just this one particular one every day, or in bed when you wake up. So talking about bed, we'll be doing that next. Breath in, and we're just going to come up into that mermaid, climb up, get your body. So you don't want to be on a lean, you want to try and push yourself back up into that center, and then lengthen like you've got a hook and hold. So you want every movement to come from a nice correct spine. Bend the right and just reach with the left. Initially, you may only be able to hold here and lift here. Fine. Just work with yourself. Right over, lean. It's not about how far we go at all. It's about the lift out of the spine and over and come back. So remember that it's a lift up and over. Good. And a couple more. Tuck into the tummy. Exhale, lift up and over. And come back in. And lift up and over. And come back in. Just give me one more breath in and lift and over. And come back in. Beautiful. So it's going to roll over now onto our back. Always use the abdominals to get into these moves so that you don't hurt yourself. Pull into the belly, boat pose, C curve, tuck in, roll your way back down. Bring your left knee with you, hold tight, lengthen out that right one, and take a little circle for the hip mobility. Hold. Just 5 each way will be fine. Pull the knee in towards you, just tiny. And then take that leg down. Change legs, bring the right one in, hug it, then lengthen out the left one. Take 5 little circles. Pulling in as you do this and back the other way. Beautiful. Pull back in. Hold, then bring up the other leg, but remember the leg comes up with the tummy muscles before you lift the leg. Zip up tight jeans, lower back down. Now you're safe to transport it in and hold. Lift the head, tuck in and try to round your spine. If your neck is doing all the work, just do one to start with. But again, draw in the tummy, tuck your chin, roll your way back up. Arms come out. We're just going to go into modified pendulum swing. So just a little bit to the right, back into center. Over to the left, back into center. Palms and shoulders are doing nothing. So no pushing down in upper body. You want to keep the knees in front of the hips and roll. As you feel better, go further. But check that you've got your abs on as you go. So just want to round and roll around, creating that mobility. And here we go. We're going to go back into center. We're going to drop down the left leg and we're going to take up the right leg. We're going to cross the right leg over the left and push the left leg down a little bit. Don't be heavy on that leg until you know that you're feeling comfortable. And you can sit there and just pulse it if you choose to, just to nurture it, and or you can just hold. If it's a good day and you're not feeling any pain, slip the knee over and push down a little more. You'll notice I keep my head centered, my shoulders down. These are safe recommendations. The other thing you can do when you're in this position is to put a ball, a block or a pillow under the leg. Come back into center and drop that leg over. Take up the left one, cross it over the right. Dive into your belly, exhale. Make sure you move with, oh, it's got a little click too. Just hold and just remember that nurturing. Listen to the body. Don't run away from tightness. Don't run away from no sharp pain. You will feel stuff as you start to correct and get stronger and more mobile. And then hold down. Again, you can put a block under here. I'm just looking around, I don't have one. A block, a pillow, if you want to. To start with, I would recommend it. And then slip that knee over and drop it down. Keep yourself centered, keep your breath. Check your chin's not up, that puts your whole spine out. Hold. Pull up into your belly and uncross that leg. Hold. Now to get out of here, lift your head, tuck into your tummy. Use the elbows if you're not strong enough to come back. You can just lift up and press off. If you're strong enough, never avoid doing more abdominals. Lift your head, grab back of your legs, tuck in, breath out to come back up and hold. Breath in, cross over that right leg over your left, tuck over and come into all centered. We're just going to finish with a cross pattern. Right hand, keep your body in the center, left knee. So cross patterns help to stabilize the spine. Hold. This is beginner version only. If you're feeling super comfortable and you're feeling your abs, not your back, you can go out and just hold here and squeeze your buttock. I don't want anything more yet. Come back in and drop. Lift, so again, zip the belly. You notice my bottom is up, it's not rolled under. You don't want to round back. You want a little bit of lordosis, just a little, and then zip up underneath. Make sure that your shoulder is over the wrist, your head's in line with spine. Lift the left hand, lift the right knee and hold. Cross patterns and primal patterns are so beneficial to stabilize our spines. Breathe out if you're feeling this is tough. If you feel like you're going to fall over, put your big toe down. There's always an option, guys. Exhale out if you're feeling good. Squeeze the buttock and hold. Come back in and drop. We're going to do one more time each side. Right hand, left knee. Breathe out. Keep your bottom up. Keep your head up. There's a tendency to drop the head. That will put your lumbar spine out. Exhale nice and long and hold. Inhale, come back. Zip into the belly. Just check nothing else moves. You'll also notice my elbows are slightly bent. You don't want them locked up or your shoulders up. You need to have them down. Left hand, right knee. If you've got a shadow, the game is for the shadow not to move. And then exhale out, squeeze the buttock and hold. Beautiful. Come back in, staying with cross patterns to finish off before our final child pose. Come forward, take your right knee over to that left elbow and come back. Left knee to right elbow and come back. Draw up in your tummy, right to left. Now, if you're feeling like this is a little uncomfortable to start with or a bit too advanced, just do same. You're still lengthening out those QLs and using abdominals. So cross patterns, you can do a mixture. Every day may be different. Hold, and I want you just to come down now into your final child pose. Remember, put up in your belly and try to sit your bottom down and reach away, but we are not lying in a flat back position. Tuck into your belly. Place your hands to get up. Tuck your toes. Pull up in your belly. Lift your bottom up. Drop the head and walk back in. Don't run away if you've got tight hamstrings. Just soften the knees. Drop the head. So this is quite acceptable if you're tight. Then just bend and lengthen. Tight hamstrings give you tight backs. So nurture them into length. And remember, when we come out of this, really important, pull up in your belly and segment your spine. Push into your heels and roll your way back up. If you wish to do 5 of those, you're most welcome to, and lengthen lift, and go into a little baby back bend as only as much as you feel like. And exhale, come down. Namaste. Hope you enjoy. That's just a beautiful lumbar spine. And for Tali, that's everything you need to be doing. And round 2 will be coming.